thrust runway, auto thrust is loose. 89 thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
Hello, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Migs dropping in 5 gifted memberships right as we go live. Migs, thank you so much, man. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and an upcoming happy new year. Thank you so much for the support, my man. Appreciate you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into the stream this afternoon. I know we're not in Colombia or Brazil. Truth be told, I put a poll out there, and I forgot that I have a Burbank flight coming up on Sunday, and I haven't been to Burbank in a long time. So I put a poll up. Do we go Burbank or do we do Pasto? The poll won. It said Burbank, so here we are. We're going to try to do a San Jose turn out of Burbank. The reason I wanted to do Vegas, but Vegas in 24 is all jacked up. So we're back in the old San Jose, which is okay because it's juicy. It's low clouds. We got some rain and mist moving through the area. I also wanted to fly the U.S. Airways livery, but I couldn't get it to work. So I don't believe it's updated or compatible yet for 24. So I'm back in the Spiritual Wangs, the gray carbon fiber A319. Still one of my favorite liveries. Wish it was still around. But should be a fun flight. Headed down to Burbank this afternoon. Also, Gustavo was upset that I was going to take a Brazilian airliner into Colombia. Apparently, Brazil never flies to Colombia. So that's also why we canned that stream. No, I'm just kidding. But Tool, good to see you. Bill's Muff is in the house. AFO Zippy Zapple. Josh, what's up, man? Running AMD as always. That's where we relate. Pre-stream green, says Migs. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Tyson, good to see you. A Nick, Atul Shinoy, Chris 11 in the house. Johnny No Cash. Who else we have? Steven Dodsworth, many more. Josh FSD Aviation Dude, JP Back 4320 Bosco. What's up, y'all? Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you had a wonderful Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a happy upcoming New Year as well. So This one should be fun. We're going to be loaded up here. I got the mini FCU fired up as well. Let me turn on my Throttletek lights. Lights are set up. We're ready to go. Real world flying here. This is to get me back up into currency. I haven't flown into 319 in a very, very long time. Also haven't flown into Burbank in a very, very long time. So we're just going to try not to bend metal today. All right, that's the plan. Do not bend any metal. That is the plan. Let me check the audios here. What do we got? We have 5,200 flight simulators. Let me turn these down a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and fire this sucker up. Here we are. We're in the 319. I got us kind of on a turnaround-ish state here. We've got the power hooked up, ground power, anything, and we still have to go ahead and go through our overhead flows. But she's already juiced up, good to go. A couple of in-op stickers right there that are free $95, mind you. They're also not $75 stickers, but we have 3 of them. But good to see you. Zippy, what's up? I betrayed my people. Check down at the terminal. Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, I see somebody down there, but I haven't fixed my model matching yet. Is that a 737, Zippy? Are you in a 737 on this flight? I see a 737 down there at the far end of the San Jose terminal. Fun fact, last trip I was on is in San Jose. I walked this entire thing all the way from down there where Zippy is, all the way down, and then I believe there's like there's even more out here now in real life on the real San Jose terminal. That was quite the haul, man. Quite the haul. Walked it down and back, and by the time I got back, started to get a little warm. Had to take the blazer off. Had to air out a little bit. Starting to work up a sweat there in the old San Jose terminal. But I do love San Jose. It's a great airport. It reminds me of my childhood, and it's crazy. I mean, I walk through the terminal and I see the same colors, the same stuff that was there when I was a kid, which really ignited my passion for aviation, flying out here to San Jose. So it's pretty cool. Always enjoy when we have a moment to fly in and out of this airport. So let's rock this sucker up right now. Up to the overhead. Let's go ahead and work through overhead flow. Crew supplies on. Ground controls coming up. CVR test. Beautiful. We'll get our ADIRs in the alignment phase. Aw, see, I wish they left the old ADIRs panel for the 319. You know, my only thing is I miss the old keypad up there. Make it look old school. We'll go nav position 1. We'll go auto here. Arm the emergency exit lights. That looks good. Man, overhead is looking crisp as always. We'll do a fire test here. We'll do fire test 2. We'll also get the APU fire test on there. Looking good. Beautiful. Up the right-hand side, everything looks good. We're out and on in the PA. We'll clear the caution there. I'm going to go ahead and EMR cancel you. Oh, it's already on. I thought I already... Okay, there we go. Now she's coming back to the line. All right, I was trying to EMR cancel that side stick fault. I always get that. I don't know why. I ignore it. If you have the profile for the Moza, it works beautifully. We'll go ahead and get constraint modes on here. We'll come down here. We'll clear the status out. That looks good. Let's also do a quick check of the fluids. Engines look good. Hydraulics look good. We're all juiced up. Pressurization is in auto. Well, wonderful. We'll go ahead and put you back into the normal page. We'll go FMGC. Current database, 25 December. Ooh, we are expired. Ruh-roh. Hopefully doesn't come back to bite us. We'll go ahead and do the init request there. Everything looks good. We'll hop outside. Should we do a little pre-flight? Let's do a little pre-flight walk around. Haven't done a walk around here. Take a look at the old 319. See if we notice anything different on the 319 here. Normally we start on the other side and walk this way. Oh, look, is that an Airbus or a 190? Almost looks like an Airbus over there. All right, so we normally come down the jet bridge. We'll start right here. Take a look at that oxygen disc. That looks good. RVSM critical area should have multiple boxes. So we've got the outer, and then we have this area here. This needs to be clear of all dents, dings, and scratches. If there are some up there, you want to make sure that they are in the tech log. Look in here. Got some bug splatter up there. Look at the pressurization. Look at the wrinkles, the wrinkling on this airframe. Isn't that so cool? See that over time. Man, this livery was awesome. I wish Spirit still flew this livery. Coming up here under the overhead, under the blowout here. So we've got our 2 little avionics ventilation hatches there. We've got another static source area here. This is also look good. This is also another RVSM critical area here. Static port, do not plug, do not paint, etc. That looks good. Coming around the 319 up underside the wing here. Man, it looks juicy. Check a look up under that gear well. Looks pretty dirty. No pins. Make sure that landing gear pin has been removed. Alerts check. Uh-oh. Callie Simmer, you should know this by now. You need to you need to ping me first. Uh-oh.
Bank angle. Right angle check. Bank angle. Good morning, Cap. Looking forward to the carrier landing onto runway 8
yeah.
at Burbank. You are doing 8 right? Let's
8
get
right?
it.
Right?
Got some not so lovely weather for you here in SoCal.
Kelly Simmer, thank you so much for the $10 bank angle check. Yes. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. I hope you had a wonderful Merry Christmas as well, Kelly Simmer. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're calling for on Burbank. We're going to land with the actual weather. Hopefully it will bring us into 8. I think that's pretty much the standard. We're going to plan for that, I think, out of the get-go. I think that's what our flight plan had. Now, the lovely weather in SoCal, I tell you what, Kelly Simmer, I was delayed 3 hours on go-home day because your 16th RVR or 16th mile visibility, RVR down to like the hundreds, it was pretty wild. So hopefully this trip, it's not so we don't get a delay. Of course, on go-home day, right? The first 2 days were absolutely perfect, and go-home day, started out the inbound, had a hold for about an hour and 30 minutes, and then by the time we got everything all said and done, it took another, I think we finished the day up about an hour and a half late. We made up a little bit of time, but yeah, appreciate you, Callie Simmer. I did enjoy my time in SoCal, though. Always do. Oscar, good to see you, my friend. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas as well. Thank you, man. We had a good Christmas. It was a great day, man. Thank you so much. Look at the old grime on this here. Hey, Turk. Is Turk in the house? Where's his Malware Labs? How's the Malware Labs landing gear strut look like? That looks pretty dang good if you ask me. Come in here. We can take a look at the gear pin covers. They're getting close. The gear pins are getting close to being worn off. But tires look good. Absolutely wonderful. Walk around the tail here. It's a short flight, so we'll knock this pre-flight out. Looking up top. We didn't want you to leave. SoCal's always happy when V1 comes flying in. I tell you what, it was a great trip, man. The crew made up for any delays and any issues we had, and it's always, if I got to fly just before Christmas, it's my favorite time to fly. Everyone seems to be in a good mood. Everyone's all cheerful. The holidays coming up, so despite the delays and the weather, it was all right. Plus taxiing around LAX at 500 RVR was pretty neat. Talk about SMIGs and low-vis taxi procedures. Nothing like, not flying for a couple weeks and being thrown right into 500 RVR. But we made out for it. Airplane looks good. Let's go ahead and finish up. Let's finish up our initialization. So we're going to be Spiritual Wangs today, NKS 357, cost index 55, cruise altitude, flight level 310. Let's take a look at the latest weather from San Jose. This has us filed on 1-2. I would like to go off 3-0 and do that hard. Oh no, we didn't even hit that. And do that banking turn to the right on the Spartans. Let's see what the latest and greatest weather says here, though. We'll do San Jose METAR, please. We'll send you off. That looks good. When does the Fenix not look good? Captain McGee, I agree with you, man. It always looks good, dude. It always looks good. Have I seen the INI 350 trailer? I have. I am excited about the 350. It looks very good. All right, that is good. Let me do this. Let's see. Received. What do we got? We got a couple things here. So 270 at 5. We're going to blast off 3-0. We're going to blast off 3-0 right on the Spartans. Spartans 1, Valerie transition, we'll insert that. I guess we can load up a Burbank too. What is our telex? Dos festas a todos. Thank you. You too. Gracias. De nada. We'll accept that. That's our prelim load sheet. We also need to get the Burbank weather real quick. And then we got to get the APU fired up and get boarding. Actually, we need to start boarding too. That's over there. We'll stand by on Burbank. And let's come over here to our weight and balance. We'll download from SimBrief. We'll load the aircraft. Let's do a 9-minute fast time. They're going to start loading up. Jeremy, good to see you. How was Christmas? What'd you get? Jeremy, for us, the wife and I, we didn't do gifts. There was a tragic accident close to us, so we donated to the family that lost their mom. So we did gifts for the kids, though. It was great for them. I got my wife some cowgirl boots, but that was pretty much it, man. We decided to give gift to the other family. So hold on, speaking of the wife, I got a text. All right. Anyway. All right, that is going to start loading. That looks good. And you know what? Real quick, Let's see. Receive messages. Weather in Burbank. 150 at 8. 150 at 8. So let's pull up. Oh, look, we got traffic on the map there. Let's see if we can crash our sim with Navigraph charts here. Santa should have dropped off a shiny new Intel gaming rig for V1. I think he forgot about it. Yeah, I'm done with this. I'm done with AMD, man. AMD's dead to me. Just kidding. It's been fine. Import from SimBrief. I also need to make this way larger here. I can't hardly read you. There we go. That looks good. San Jose, Burbank. Absolutely wonderful. Do you know Mentor Pilot? I know of him. I've seen his videos. Yes, he does similar videos. Green Dot's nice to watch. His statements are based on FAA and EASA reports and recommendations. Yeah, Airbus Geek. I've watched some Mentor Pilot before. Definitely, man. Definitely. He fills in my gaps when I'm waiting for a new Green Dot to drop. All right. So over at Burr, if we look at the layouts here, I think we're still going to land 8. Or no, it'd be 2.6, right? Hold on. No. Yeah, it would be 8. Winds are 1. What? They're probably blasting off 1.5. So they're probably blasting off 1.5 and landing 8. That would be pretty much the standard procedure. So let's go ahead and load up Burbank arrival ILS Zulu 8. We're going to have to look at this in the in flight because we're going to go over the real world situation here. We filed the star on the Rocker 2 RNAV. Rocker 2, and that was off of, that says techie, but we're not doing techie. Let's get rid of you. What was our route? It was Hansk and the Rocker 2. Hansk and the Rocker 2. We'll insert that. ILS Zulu 8 into Burbank. Absolutely wonderful. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. While we're looking at it, our fueling is done. We'll get our fuel tank pumps on. No seatbelt or seatbelt sign. Come on. We'll prime up the APU. Make sure the fuel is balanced. It is. So then the init B page, we will put 9.7. That looks good. And progress page will be SJC. I know we got to do a secondary. We're kind of skipping around here. We're kind of going out of order, unfortunately. Perf init and then secondary. Let's do a quick secondary out of order here, kind of jumping around. That's all right. There's our flap open up there on the ECAM. We can see that. What are you messaging? Get out of here with your null zones, man. Come on, Phoenix. All right, San Jose, secondary, arrival. We'll come right back to the ILS 30 left, secondary perf. We'll run this over. I'm just going to put a 200 in the radio. We'll calm out the winds. ECAM is 16 degrees and 30-6 on the meter for our secondary in case we have to come back around. That looks good. All right, we're all set up except for the init B fuel. Let's go ahead and prime and launch the Apu. 8's a little short. It is a little short. But that's the real deal, man. We got to be down. I'll show you. We're going to go over our short runway ops and everything. We got some real world procedures here we got to go through. Aviator, man, I can't wait for the TBM2. Anything Black Square. Black Square, where you at, man? I've heard of people moving over the Black Square add-ons to 2024, and they work. But until I don't really want to do that until I have official updates from Black Square, you know, because I'm not sure if it's taking full advantage of the sim or not. Some people say it flies even better in 24, meaning the core sim has changed, which I believe. But I'm kind of waiting to see. Recurrent CVTs are for the birds. You know, they sell auto clickers on Amazon. You didn't hear it from me. Short runway's got to do some midway pattern work. Midway's not that short, isn't it? Midway's like, what, 6,000 plus? All right, APU is up and running. We'll start the chrono. Give that 3 minutes for there. No ATC, so we'll go ahead and set our cruise altitude at flight level 310 is set. We have an auto ATC squawk code of 3243. 3243 is set. We'll put you in auto for now. That all looks good. All right, for departure, we'll have terrain mode up. There is terrain out here. The Spartans Valerie transition. It's a right-hand turn at or above 900 feet, 230 knots. That'll be fine. We might keep that one flaps 1 in there just a little bit longer. Maybe do an auto retract in that turn just to see what's going on. But everything else looks good on this side. And this is perfect timing because the wife is here to deliver some tea, I believe. Let me check. Getting a tea delivery. Midway seems shorter than it is because of the middle of the neighborhood. I know. Well, yeah, Midway is weird, man, just because of where it is. I agree. All right, I'm going to run out, grab my tea. You guys have control. We got 2 minutes to go till we get the bleeds on. All right, finish up boarding. We'll be ready to go. Give me a minute. I'm running out, grab my tea. Be right back. We back in the saddle. All right, hold on. Reconfiguring my, all right. All right, how we doing? 2 minutes. T has been secured. There's 3 minutes on the APU. APU bleed is coming up. External power's coming off. I think we're all boarded up. Boarding is complete. We need to be on proper CTAF, freak. One, 2, 4, 0. Fubar, what's going on, my man? Here comes the bleeds. I feel like this takes longer than it used to. Just spin down the freak. All right, 24-0 San Jose traffic radio check. Probably not going to work because I need to change the push to talk. San Jose traffic radio check.
5x5.
That's loud and clear. San Jose traffic, Spirit Wings 357 will be pushing back off gate 35 here for 30 right. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's get the beacon on. Let's disconnect. Pull the GPU. Toggle the jetway. Close the door. Door is closed. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. Final load sheet. Yep, +2. We got a jump seater on board. We got the jump seat out. Let's go. James, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Michael, this is 2024, my man. This is 2024. Let's run some perf data. We'll connect the tug here. All right, we're going to blast off 30 right. We'll do wet because it was raining. Sync final, sync live. Calculate. Packs on, no Toga. Let's Toga, of course. Calculate. Got to start off strong with the Toga. 32, 45, 49. We'll send that to the McDo. We also need to send our weights to the McDo. I didn't do that. We'll send those to the McDo, and then we'll come back here. Weights check, 28, 23.8, 59 minutes.
Pushing back.
Perf is set. cams are coming on. Brakes are going to be released. Cockpit to ground. Brakes release. You are clear to push straight back. Copy that. Clear to push straight back, Captain. Back we go. Sun's peeking out. Love it. Can you print things in the Fenix? Yes, you can. You can configure to print through the, what's it called? Those thermal printers? Yes, you can do that now. I don't have a thermal printer. I mean, I do have one, but I don't know where all the paper is. And I haven't set it up yet. So, but I did have it working before. I know that's a neat little feature they had implemented. Well, I know the FS Labs can do it too. Yeah, I know. Wrong direction there. This way. Let's just go straight back. Gosh, it looks good this morning. All right, we'll go ahead and stop the pushback there. We can make that turn out. That looks fine. Cockpit to ground. Push complete. Set brakes. Brakes are set. Clear disconnect. Show me the pin out front. Talk to you next time. All right, there we go. We're slightly out of the green, so let's go ahead and juice it up with a little electric pump here. Want to be green accumulator. There she goes. Green accumulator's coming up. Don't worry about that brake fault. That's a gremlin associated. We'll disconnect the tug. And let's start them up. APU bleed is on. Beacon is on. Before start checklist. Windows, doors, and slides close and arm. Beacon on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on. Before start checklist complete. Here we go. Turn-in 1. Enjoy the best sounds for Airbus to ever exist. I mean, if you've never been on an Airbus and you want to know what it sounds like to start up, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's awesome. Should we start 2 from the outside? Let's go ahead and start 2 from the outside. Oh, listen to that spool up. Oh, yes. I haven't done that in a while. McCallum, what's up? Good to see you, dude. That was an awesome transition there. Diabetic Lab, what's going on, man? Good evening. Welcome in. Awesome. 2024 might as well be an Airbus simulator. No one making good Boeings for the sim. That's unfortunately true, man. Well, I know PMDG is working on bringing their stuff over. They just haven't yet. So once PMDG brings their stuff over, I think it'll be even better than you guys are used to. There's the bus transfer. We'll wait for the Avail light. We'll start the chrono. There's the Avail. Gray box goes away. Chrono's on for engine warm-up. We'll go here. Engine mode normal. Arm the speed brakes. We're doing flaps 1, I believe. Flaps 1. Did I see Win Win McDo coming out next month? Callie Simmer, is that the like the MIP panel or something? Did XP have that on his stream? Like where it's one panel and or you change like the face to make it different airplanes? Is that the one you're referring to? It looked pretty neat. It definitely looked pretty neat. If that's the one you're referring to. Let's see. We'll go flaps 1 plus F confirmed. That all looks good. APU bleed is coming off. APU's coming down. We are 32, 45, 48 flaps 1 and up 0.4. We'll check that real quick. Remember, you don't set trim like that. Don't do this. Just had a memo about that too, actually. So, all right, we're ready to go. It's a short taxi out. Let's do a flight control check here on the ground. So, flight controls, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. That all looks good. Check first offshore, check theirs. We'll do auto brakes max. Takeoff config is checked. System 1 auto. TCAS is on. TARA 3243. We're ready to go. San Jose traffic. SProjects 357 taxi on 30 right. Brakes released. Taxi lights coming on. Let's go to Burbank. XP, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. That was the PU Korea FCU, but Windwing is dropping there soon. Ah, okay. I thought that was pretty nifty, man, how you can have, I guess it's like one back panel, right? And then you have different frames for different airplanes. That is a pretty good idea. It's a pretty good idea. Good to see you, XP. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, my man. Side stick fault. What is this guy talking about here? My side stick is totally fine. Let's go ahead and emer cancel you. It's the replica of the McDo for the bus, and they're also producing the FMC for Boeings. Oh, okay, yes. I think I know what you're talking about. I saw it during Expo, right? Is that when they announced it? During Expo? I believe I saw it then, yeah. I think I saw it on either Blue Games or maybe it was XP's like Expo review videos. It's $129 for the McDo FMC. Is an amazing price. No need for an HDMI input like the others. Wow. All right, so I guess the only other question then, is it going to be compatible out of the gate with the likes of like Fenix, where we have, you know, I guess you just be casting your FMS on a different monitor, quote unquote. A320 McDo, 737 FMC, as well as 2 new additions, 74 and 777 are all $129. Now that's a pretty good price, Captain McGee. Sure is. Sure is. Pretty sure I rode on one of these birds ACY to Palm Beach back in the day for spring break. Well, you probably did, man. Spirit ran a lot of stuff out of Atlantic City. I think they still do, but it's a shadow of itself. It should be, according to Windwing, plug and play with a Fenix. All right, well, you know what? Now you're playing with my heartstrings. Just what I need, another USB connection. I think I have one more slot on my my 10-slot USB extender. Plug and play with Fenix. That's awesome. I don't know. I mean, I can definitely see the benefit for, you know, the home simmer for a McDo. I'm trying to think as a content creator if you guys want to see. Because then the problem with that is I could see, unless I get another camera, you know, now I could be messing with the box right here and you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. So I could see that be a potential issue. But I also think selfishly it would be a heck of a lot easier instead of doing this view right here and taxiing off into the dirt and then everyone calling you a fake pilot because you can't taxi in a straight line because you're doing 5 different things at one time because you're a single pilot on a 2-pilot airplane. Could resolve that issue. Yeah, Captain McGee, I have a powered USB hub. It's got, I think it's actually got 15, 1, 2, 3, I can't count them all. It's got a ton of slots. Yeah, it's its own powered USB hub. And it's almost maxed out. I think I have 1 or 2 slots left. You got to remember, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't even count them all, dude. I have so many different hardware things that I plug in and unplug, replug. We're gonna cut this guy off here probably. Sorry, Zippy. It's a 737 though. We'll cut him off. It's okay. Cut off a 737. All right. Hold short of 30 right. Looks like we've got some weather out to the left. Everything else looks good here. How are we doing on the likes? Are we doing packs off or packs on? Oh my gosh, only 125 likes for the first stream after Christmas? Well, that is well below our 250 like goal, so we'll do packs on super mid. San Jose traffic, SpareWings 357 departing runway 30 right on the Spartans out to the south. San Jose traffic. Slide them up. Get out of here. I don't hear anybody talking. I don't see anybody on final. Final's clear. Line it up and wait. Can't line up and wait without a tower controller on. Look at that 7.3 though. Zippy, what sim are you in? A classic 7.3? Can you... Phoenix, please. My dream, Fenix 737 400. 500 series. Look at that. That's a great model. I don't even know what model matching I have, but that looks awesome. Everyone's still digesting the turkey. Yes. Turkey, ham, prime rib.
Short 30 right, Alpha 1.
Oh, it's a Southwest. I got you. Man, the way this Fenix taxis... It's real life, guys. I can't get over how awesome it is. Alright. He's holding... Look at that shot, though. Let me take a screenshot, even though he's all white. Screenshot. You ready? Spool him up 50. Yoga's in chat. We'll do it from cockpit view because it's a 319, and this is amazing. Man, Toga, SRS, auto thrust blue. Here we go. Listen to that. So loud. I love it. Thrust set. 100 knots. Check. V1. Rotate. Positive, right? Gear up. Fly with.
Behind departure.
Woo, buddy. I think I pitched up a little too aggressively there. There you go. Lower the nose just a tad. Oh, this reduction is going to be amazing. All right, here you go. You ready? All right, we're thrust, climb, climb, auto thrust. As we head into the clouds here, we'll dim our displays just a tad. San Jose traffic, Spearwings 357. We're at 2,400, climbing 5 on the Spartans 2. Last call, San Jose.
See you in Burbank.
See you, buddy. All right, here comes S-speed and a bank angle check to the right at the same time. We're on a 319, so it's not a big deal. We'll go flap 0 for takeoff checklist. If you're a heavy 321, you might just let that auto retract there, get a little extra juice under you before you can bring the flaps and slats in that turn. But super light 319, nothing to worry about. VLS is not even a factor here. Nothing to see outside. Stay inside, fly the flight director. Bank angle, check it. Lock it in. Bank angle. Might be a pretty sweet breakout here in just a minute. Speed out star. Let's see outside air temp. Outside air temp is plus 20. No need to worry about ice. We're leveling here at 5,000. This is some good instrument flying skill refresher here. Out constraint. Now the real airplane did a little better job on this. It didn't take you a full 1.2 left, of course. I think the turn in real life is actually a little bit less dramatic. Maybe it's an updated software, I'm not sure. Maybe updated nav procedure. I don't recall, I just did this last week. I don't recall being almost a mile left, of course, there. All right, we're stable at 5.
We're passing 3,000 feet last call.
All right, he's out of there. We're over to Unicom. Let's go ahead and pull for open to 310. Thrust climb, open climb, 310 blue. We're getting some chop right now. You can see it. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting some bumps. So for those that love cloud turbulence like Turk, you kind of want to stay in the cockpit though for this breakout here. I could see the sun trying to pop through. This is about when I turned on the autopilot in real life too the other day. Just because we're pretty busy airspace here, so there's nothing wrong with hand flying, but when you're flying a straight line, it's not even that fun. And then the other guy is working extra hard because he's not only is he working on the radio, talking on the radio, they're also manipulating the FCU. So if there's really nothing to do hand flying wise, I'll get that autopilot on, help relieve the workload of the non-flying pilot. Close enough for me. Let's go AP1 on. We'll get up here the XP72 GoPro view for the breakout. Oh my gosh, just in time. Are you kidding me? That was a wonderful pop out. And we just popped out of that one too. You notice that? It wasn't like we weren't really cloud surfing. We just kind of popped out of that cumulonimbus style cloud. That was pretty cool. We put our noise canceling headphones back on here. Let's put our ANRs on. We'll knock it down. See the dynamics in the clouds though? Because not every breakout is that super slow, you know, kind of surf your way out where it gets real wispy on top. Sometimes you just bust out of a thick cloud like this and it's from dark to bright and then it's immediately autopilot on and this happens. You're like, oh my gosh, I forgot the sun is still up. I know. So bright up here. Immediately, this is what happens. Okay, we're good. I don't know why my camera keeps going back here. There's realism view right there for you. But what's cool is flying through these clouds, they feel so much more volumetric to me. It's got to be the sim. The clouds feel so much more volumetric in 24. There's 10,000 feet. We'll do a forward call. Climbing out about 300 knots. We're looking good. All right, once we establish, we'll come down here. We'll go secondary. We'll copy active. RadNav page. There's nothing to hard tune in the RadNav. We'll go progress. We'll put Burbank. Now, this is a short flight, and this is a real-world preparation stream here, so we're going to go over some real procedures as we climb out. Yeah, because we don't have a whole lot of time. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy that view. I'm going to pull out my Burbank briefing strip. This is exactly what I plan on doing in real life, except I will already have seen it because we did it in the sim, so it's the bonus of using the sim for training purposes is get to see stuff twice. Yeehaw Burbank. Arlen, what's up? Thanks for the 23 months of support. Appreciate you. All right, we're coming down the Rocker 2 RNAV. I'll look at that, but let's look at our company charts now. These charts, they're kind of proprietary, so, well, not, I guess really, they're really not, but there's really no good way for me to show you what's on here, but I'll read the highlights. Burbank, so we have 1010 company page airport data here. This is mountainous terrain, special qualification airport. That just means that you have to be trained to land at Burbank. I don't believe this is a captain only. Let me check. Because the FOs can be special qual too, but actually I think this is, I think Burbank actually is captain only. Let's read through it here. Mountainous terrain, airport, high terrain, all quadrants, terrain and obstacle awareness is critical. Turbulence, this is a good one here. Turbulence, Santa Ana winds can result in moderate or greater turbulence from the surface to 12,000 feet. 100% correct. You can get some really nasty winds coming in here to Burbank. All areas are noise sensitive. Expect high volume of GA traffic. Be particularly alert for VFR traffic in the vicinity of Van Nuys. If I had $1 for every time I had a TCAS going into Burbank, I'd have probably $20 by now. Also, Whitman airports, Whitman, Van Nuys, hang glider, 6 nautical miles of airport at 6,000 feet AGL. Going through the maneuvering constraints here, just kind of glazing over the top of them. Gates and taxiways are close to runways. We're all aware of that. Do not allow any portion of the aircraft to extend beyond the yellow non-movement area boundary, outlining the official edge of the runways. And this one's huge. Let me make sure we're going through house 18. Just about to go through 18. We'll go ahead and set standard. STDs for you, me, and Turk. We're all set. Climbing up to 310. If I bring up the Burbank airport page here, this is all, like, it almost looks... It looks more spacious on the 10-9 than it actually is. This area is such a congested space to be in and operate in. So, wow, I don't have barrel ref sync on, I guess. We'll go ahead and pull STDs over there as well. All right, STDs are all set. So we have to be using extreme vigilance when operating around the ramp area in the terminal here. It is begging for an accident. And it's begging to be shut down. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised that Burbank still operates the way it operates, but it makes it exciting. Can the 320 series do unpaved runways like the 7.3? Well, anything can land on an unpaved runway if you land on it. Can? I don't know. Yes. Is it designed for? I don't believe so. Now, Air India has an interesting... truck setup. They have like a double bogies or double boogie, whatever you guys call them, Airbus for Air India. I think that's for like real rough surfaces. So I know there's an option for something like that. No table to enjoy your tea. Oh, I'm sorry, Zippy. Here, let me get mine out for you. I'll get mine out, and first officer's got theirs out as well. There we go. So we're enjoying our tea with our tray tables. Burbank landing, call the ball. Exactly. For taxiway restrictions, refer to the 10-9 airport info. We'll look at that. Jet blast hazard. 321 operations. Special ops procedure for that. We'll skip all that. Runway hold short. We'll skip all that. So I want to get to the arrival section. Okay, so in the arrival section, it does say captain only landing. We have to consult the landing on runways less than 6,000 feet usable. So we're going to come back. This is good because I got to look this up. I'm going to pin it because we're going to brief this in the airplane on Sunday as well. That's a whole separate thing we're going to look at. This applies for runway 8 and runway 15. The LDA, or landing distance available for 15, is less than 6,000 feet. Even though it's charted at 6,800 feet, with the threshold, the landing distance available on an approach is less than 6,000. So we have a special procedure we're going to consult for that. Scotty, too, thanks for the 24-month support, man. I always regret I didn't join sooner, but 2 years, though, man, happy 2025, you and all. Scotty, too, thank you so much for the support, my man. Appreciate you. 2 years in, here's to the next 2, my friend. Thank you so much for being a dedicated supporter of the channel. And AJ Funari, let me proofread first. Okay. AJ, thanks for the $3 super chat. Rebuilt the FAA ASR complex after the Lear stream. Man, that's funny. We did have one heck of a Lear stream in the Burbank, didn't we? That might have been the closest we've ever come to actually balling one up when I was trying my hardest not to, which is scary. We didn't crash it, though. That's good. Yeah. Thanks, AJ. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that Lear stream was... we should watch that again, just the approach. Anyway, continuing on here. Tailwind limitation is 5 knots. No gusts for runways less than 6,000 feet. Due to the many constraints and hazards associated with the non-charted visual approaches, do not accept a standard visual approach clearance. Okay, that's something that can get you there if you're not paying attention. For arrivals, you must be configured flaps 3, geared down, manage speed by the final approach fix. So let's go ahead and pull out the approach chart here for Burbank. San Jose, nope. Burbank approach charts. We're doing the Islas of Zulu. Let's pull this one out full screen here and take a look at it. So, final approach fix is Buddy, 3,000 feet. You have to note, you want to notice here, there's actually something peculiar about this. Sometimes they ask you to cross Buddy at 3,000. That's actually glide slope from above. So not only are we landing at a special airport with special qualifications, you have to be fully configured flaps 3, manage speed prior to Buddy, and be ready for a glide slope from above capture. So there's a whole lot going on to this approach. Zippy. Thanks for the 17 months. Didn't crash. Jim thinks otherwise. That wasn't, Zippy. We crashed in, that was a binding issue. And that was not Burbank. That was Santa Monica. Santa Monica, yeah. That was Santa Monica we crashed. That was like my first ever Lear flight, dude. Give me a break, okay? And it was a binding issue. We had a valid excuse. So it was a binding issue. All right, continuing on here. This is real world distractions. You guys are distracting me. I'm trying to have some honest conversation here. Runway touchdown within 1,500 feet of the threshold or displaced threshold is required. If not on the ground within 1,500 feet, a mandatory go-around must be executed. Okay. Moment of silence for Jim. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Mickey G, for the 42 months, man. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Appreciate you. Binding issue. Is that like a pilot issue? Yeah, something like that, Dougal. What's up, man? Hope you're doing better, my man. Okay, runway 8 specifics. Glide slope and PAPI are not coincident. ILS glide slope intercept from above is common. That's what I'm talking about right here. So even though you can intercept prior, a lot of the clearances will be maintain 3,000 until buddy, cleared, ILS Zulu, runway 8 approach. Well, 3,000 to buddy, if you look here at the slope, that's going to put you high. So we're going to have to not only worry about our landing less than 6,000 foot procedures, we also have to be fully configured, and we also have to worry about glide slope from above procedures. So we got multiple things. East of buddy, aircraft in Van Nuys pattern may be less than 600 feet below the Burbank runway 8 glide slope. Exactly. So you've got to really be careful about this. That's where all these TCAS traffic events happen, because you've got GA airplanes right below the glide slope. 600 feet below this here, you got little Billy Bob in his 172, and you got Jimbo over here in his Cirrus Vision jet doing things. Okay, they're all right below the glide slope. So you have to capture the glide slope from above, not go through the glide slope, and not be too aggressive with your capture from above, because if you're too aggressive, you'll even trigger an RA that way, because the closure rate will be too great. The only authorized visual approaches to runway 15 and 33 are the RNAV visual approaches selected from the nav database. Radio bleed over is expected from Van Nuys Tower. That's always fun. So with everything that we talked about, you also can't hear the controller because you got bleed over from Van Nuys Tower. Continuing, man, this is man, when you continue on here, we have 2 pages of arrival NOTAMs here. Arrivals tend to be held high, adjust accordingly. Aircraft may not taxi beyond ramp spot Sierra 2 unless ATC suspends 1533 operations. So, I don't want you, I just want you normal chart. Nope. I have to figure out how to, man, this always drives me nuts. I mean, I like Navigraph, but it's just over-engineered. So, this is a big one. May not taxi beyond spot Sierra 2. Sierra 2 is right here, I believe. So, that's Sierra 1, and I think there's a Sierra 2 line somewhere in here. We'll have to check. We'll have to check the inset. But you have to suspend 1533 operations. So, and I believe Spiritual Wings, I think we're going to park over here, which this is going to be effective for us. So they have to suspend 1533 departures to get us over to our gate. Exercise extreme caution when taxiing to Bravo 3, Bravo 2, Bravo 1. Aircraft may need to swing right towards 1533 to line up correctly on the Bravo 2 Juliet line and to ensure wingtip clearance from parked aircraft at gate Bravo 3 and Bravo 1. Dual marshalling procedures will be used. That means you're going to have a marshaller out that's leading you in, and then he's going to hand you off marshaller instructions for the ramp for the lead-in line. So you have 2 sets of marshallers out there. No center line until Sierra 2. Due to the short inbound taxi, engine cool down may occur at the gate. So you got to sit there at the gate with your engines running. Wonderful. Okay, so there's our 2 pages of arrival NOTAMs. Not even NOTAMs, just arrival messages. So before we get set up for the less than 6,000 foot procedures, let's go ahead and load up the box, right? Let's fly the airplane first. Callie Simmer, thanks for the 31 months support. Appreciate you. Says long haul win. Think we can get one in before 24 ends. Good for us. Lots of lattes and teas. Ooh, I know, Callie Simmer. I'll tell you what. I don't know when. Man, it's choppy out here today. We'll go ahead and keep the seatbelt sign on. Look at that, Turk. Feast your eyes, man. Look at that. Look at that wing. Look at that wing flex. Clear air turbulence. I tell you what, Callie Simmer. Maybe Monday, New Year's Eve. So I get back from this trip at like 9 a.m. on, or Tuesday rather. I get in at like 9 a.m. on Tuesday. So we might be able to swing one. Depends on what football's on. I don't think I can do New Year's Day because Texas plays at 11. We're having a big cookout on New Year's Day. We might be able to sneak one in there on that Tuesday, though, New Year's Eve. Migs, thanks for the 6 Canadian, man. Appreciate you. T-Trays, we're on T now. I'm only a coffee rated FO. Time to get my certification on career mode. I know, Migs. Well, I already had like 3 cups of coffee. Well, I had 2 cups of coffee, but switching over to tea for now. I might have to get a coffee before a cafe. I'm trying to say latte and coffee at the same time. A coffee. Might have to get a coffee before the career mode stream if we have time to sneak that one in. So, all right, let's go ahead and finish this up though. So, let's do our Burbank charts. The star on the rocker. We get a descend via, it's going to bottom out at mark at 6,000 feet. Let's set 6,000 right now. 6,000 is set. We'll come down here, enter destination data, next phase, weather in Burbank. Right now, ATIS is showing arrivals. 145, 4 miles haze. ILS 8 approach. 133010. And the wind is 140 at 5. Okay, that looks good. Are we at the TOD? Just about. The approach chart. ILS 8 Zulu minimums for us straight in DA is 348. Visibility requirement, we need 50 and 1. We need mile visibility or 5,000 RVR. That's the controlling factor. It doesn't matter what the clouds are doing. It's all about the visibility on approaches. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to get the seatbelt sign off on this flight. We've got a little bit of chop all the way down here to Burbank. Oh, that just looks amazing, though. That looks so real, y'all. Uh-oh. LA Center's pinged up on 2652. 2652. Yeah, I swear these scrolled faster.
28, I need a better rate of descent.
Manage descent, down we go. Thrust idle, descent.
In a circle for a while. I need you lower so I can turn you inbound.
More drag, you're fine. We do have 100 knot. 100 knot tailwind? Yeah, we need more drag. Speed brakes coming out.
23 holding short through and left palm springs.
Jeez. We have 100 knot tailwind.
Runway 31 left.
That will 100% affect your descent.
Take off through and left, west at 1723.
Yeah, niche hardware cam still on. We'll just keep it on a short flight.
Left at Bravo at Reed. Pro flight 107, runway 1 left at Bravo, cleared for takeoff.
1 left at Bravo, cleared for takeoff, pro flight 107.
Fairing 357, LA Center, yep.
That's affirmative. We're here with weather and NOTAMs at Burbank. We just started down 6,000 on the rocker.
Speedbird 357, roger, radar contact, descend via the rocker to arrival, Burbank altimeter 3009.
Send via the rocker to 3009 for Spearwings 357. All right. Tailwinds will blow you straight into LAX. I know it. Look how fast this is going. I still haven't even got to ours. Hold on. So now we pull up my 6,000 foot
Delta 129
procedures here.
Descend via the radar 3 arrival, runway 1 left transition, low 6 altimeter 2997.
At 418 heavy 1000 inclined via the 6 and maintain about that.
Delta 129, do you copy left? Delta 129, descend to the rounders 3 arrival, runway 1 left transition, Las Vegas altimeter 29907.
I'm going to pin this.
Delta 129, descend to the rounders 3 arrival, runway 1 left transition.
Roger, for the rounder 3 arrival, runway 1 left.
Latte Belly is the new dad bod. You get some pay where airports working 24? Not yet. I haven't yet.
LA Center, American 2095.
American 2095, guys.
We can step out for 1 minute. We'll be right back.
Roger.
Delta 14 Heavy, 2,700, climb via the SID, accept
Landing on runways less than 6,000 feet are usable.
Delta 418, LA Center, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 390.
390, Delta 418
My
Heavy.
app crashed.
Delta 418, heavy, clear direct.
This must be real life. Okay, here it is. Landing on runways less than 6,000 feet are
TV.
usable. Following
Delta
operational
14.
requirements must be met.
Delta
First and
44,
foremost,
61
turn
tower.
on Iveo Premium. Alright, we're back on speed. Stow the speed brakes. Captain shall perform the landing. Runway touchdown within 1,500 feet of the threshold or displaced threshold is required. If not on the ground within 1,500 feet, mandatory go-around must be executed. Maximum tailwind component of 5 knots. We're doing config full only. Maximum reverse thrust. Reversers must be operated. We don't have any NOTAMs. That checks out. Medium auto brakes, if available, must be used. Medium auto brakes are selected. Manual braking permissible, but if they're available, we got to use medium brakes. Runway not contaminated, so we can't have a contaminated runway. I'll come back to that. There's a hyperlink. Review rejected landing go-around procedures. Vertical guidance must be used if available. Night landings over displaced thresholds are not permitted without a VASI or PAPI. Insert John Wayne. But we're not landing there. So that looks good. Let me check the contaminated runway section. Runway contamination, patchy, loose contaminants, wet runway. A runway that is neither dry nor contaminated. A runway can be considered wet when more than 25% of the runway surface area within the reported length and width being used is covered by visible dampness or water 3 millimeters or less. So, a damp runway that meets this definition is considered wet, regardless of weather or not the surface appears reflective. So I don't believe we have a wet runway. We just have some lower clouds. So everything looks good. We got medium brakes selected. VAP of 129. Let's run some landing data calculations here. We'll pull this screen down. Burbank 8. We'll run it with good, just in case. Apply the METAR. Current landing weight will be 129.6. We'll be a little lighter than that, but let's be more conservative. 129.6. Medium brakes, full reverse, flaps full. Oh, buddy, look at that. So we've got landing distance available 5,800, remaining 4,900 feet. A factor distance 1.15 margin of 56.36. So we've got about 200 feet to play with. Not a whole lot. That's at condition 5. Now dry, which is what I believe it is, this is going to be a little bit more realistic here with the dry runway, but you can see here with condition 5 on the RCAM, we're still good either way. So that looks good. No MELs to add up. We're looking good, y'all. Let's go ahead and bring out Burbank. I'm going to put the ground charts in here for taxiing. Parking gates, I'm going to pin both of these. So spiritual wings, we're going to go over here to Bravo 3. Here's that Sierra 2 we were talking about, the Sierra 2 hold line. So in order to get over here, they have to cease 1533 operations. So we'll have those both up and running. And then I'm going to have the ILS up on this iPad, which this is set. We got our LS push buttons on, LS push buttons on. I've been brief, you've been brief. Any questions? No questions.
Okay, we're clear direct Palmdale, Western 1723.
Quite the busy flight, isn't it? For such a short flight. A lot going on here. If you have to go around, bank angle right, otherwise the mountains will be looking real close. Exactly. So if we do have to go around, it is It's a climbing right turn, and we can see that here if we close these speed
American
brakes.
2970, runway 1 left, clear plane.
1,300 feet, 4,600, climbing right turn back to 210 heading.
Southwest 445, information Delta at Las Vegas at Roman cleared ILS, runway 1
This
left.
mountain over here gets real big and it go around.
Cleared ILS,
Okay,
1 left.
gets real big and it go around. Make sure we don't fly into that sucker. All right.
Delta 1282, Salt Lake, South Line.
All right.
Change group.
Been talking nonstop. Now we'll go ahead and set our altimeters. 3006 is set once, twice, and thrice. Thrust idle descent. She's doing it, but she's kind of struggling on this 100-knot tailwind here. It's down to 60 knots.
Number 01 Papa, radar contact, sail.
We're good now. Roberto Soriano, what's going on, man? Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Upcoming Happy New Year, Roberto. Hope all is well.
Number
Mr.
01
Throttletek
Papa,
himself
radar
is
contact.
in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, always a pleasure to have Mr. Roberto stop by. We are using the Throttletek, as always, with our Airbus aircraft and pretty much
Number
everything
01
we
Papa,
fly that's an airliner.
13000.
135, that's 135.
Spirit had one of the best liveries in the industry, and they were like, watch me now. I know, Luke. I love this livery, dude. This on the 321 looks even better, man.
Please, 6558, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Right.
Traffic is on short final for 36.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I love this livery.
Roger, 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Ooh, called you the other day for a 2025 plan. Really? Dude, I apologize, man. I've been getting so many spam calls ever since the election that, like, I just
Delta 129,
blocked most of everything that doesn't pop
60
up.
knots or less.
I really apologize, man. Give me a ring later today, dude. I should be around if you want to chat.
60 knots or less.
Wants to talk for 2025 plans. Oh boy, 2025 plans for Throttletek. The secret sauce. McAllen received your Throttletek today, actually. Very nice, man.
Bearing 357, expect down as Yankee, runway 8 left approach. Correction, runway 8 approach.
Can we get the ILS for runway 8 for SpaceX 357?
Bearing 357, at Mickey cleared ILS, Zulu, runway 8 approach.
All right, we'll expect ILS Zulu runway 8 for SpaceX 357. Thank you.
Bearing 357, negative at Mickey cleared
Oh.
RNL, Zulu, runway 8 approach.
I'm sorry. Okay, at Mickey, cleared ILS Zulu runway 8 approach for SpaceX 357. All right, at Mickey, we're cleared approach. So this is going to get spicy. So we didn't even talk about this. I'm glad this happened to us in the sim, so I can brief this on Sunday. This is a joined approach here. So you have to make sure that they want you to do this connection, Mickey to Silex. If not, you have to follow the star. But he already cleared us. Now, I'm not going to arm the approach, but what I am going to do is I'm going to turn on the light so I know that I've been cleared approach already. But I'm not going to arm it up. We still got a ways to go. So, Mickey is set up. We're flying in via the Mickey transition. But, again, this is the benefits of being able to do this here on stream is I'll be able to brief that in flight, too, because you got to be careful of that transition. They don't always just give you Mickey cleared approach. Roscoe, good to see you, man. 4 stacks, visual 1.5 or bust. Ah, no, man, no time for that. Thanks for the $5 super chat, Roscoe. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, man. Happy New Year coming up. I look forward to getting to hang out with you at the expo next year, man.
For November 8th, Papa.
And Cypher Wolf, the 14 Czar, my man, appreciate you. If auto brake max only used for RTO, how come? You can't arm it, Cypher Wolf. Thank you for that donation, man. Appreciate you. For the Airbus 320 series, you can't even arm max auto brakes in flight for landing. The max auto brakes for landing in the Airbus is medium. Max is only for RTO. All right, we're going to ride this speed brake down. I'm also going to select speed here, 250. With 250 selected, let's go down here, activate, confirm the approach phase. That looks good. We're getting ready to go through 10,000 feet. Lights are coming on. We'll get the Chinese speed brakes up as well. Are there any speed restrictions here? Mickey, 7,000. Mandatory. It looks like that is set up. I don't see any additional speed, so we have control of the speeds.
We checked it a few minutes ago. Flight level 14.
Now we also have to be config full prior to buddy. So now he didn't give us the Silex at or above, so that's fine. We don't have to worry about getting a glide slope from above here.
23 heavy, fly heading 330
Look at this tailwind, man. It's just
330.
it's just crushing us here.
Speedbird 73 heavy, expect that last run. Keep cycling.
And the turbulence, man. We're getting some good chop down here too. Got some moderate turbulence coming down. Santa Ana winds. Good night.
Delta 129.
That's definite moderate.
I gave you
You can see the load alleviation, the laugh. The laugh spoilers were coming up there. That's what that spoiler deflection was. That was load alleviation. That would be considered strong moderate coming over these hills here. 50 knots on the tail across these mountains down here at 9,000 feet. Probably not unrealistic. I'm going to come back here to 240.
Record 715 Alpha 50 Center 162.8. Or 0 on top figure, your causing issues on frequency. I'm unable emergency.
We got people calling emergencies. We got all kinds of stuff going on. This sounds like Burbank. This sounds exactly like Burbank sounds in real life. Look at
Center
this.
Delta 5303.
Can't even get the speed to come back here.
Ready to taxi to runway 01 right.
Delta 5303 heavy
Oh,
LA
flight
center runway
recorder.
1
We need
right.
flight
Taxi
recorder.
via Bravo Delta, cross runway 26 ready Delta.
Bravo Delta cross runway. Cross what runway again? I'm
What's
sorry.
outside air temp plus 17? We're
26
looking
ready,
good.
26 right at Delta. Thank you. Delta 5303.
All right, flight recorder is up.
Good morning. November 770 Alpha at Henderson requesting IFR.
So once we hit Silex, I'm going to arm the approach. And technically we can set 3,000 now. So let's set 3,000. 3,000 set, 7 magenta.
West at 1428, runway 26 left, quick lane.
Runway 26 left, clear land west at 1428.
Delta 129, are you going to be able to make it down in time?
The left armrest, there's a
don't worry
system.
about
Yeah,
it.
that's for your angle and height.
Delta
So
742,
F6 is what I like to
circuit
use on my
cleared, left
armrest.
runway 24, right approach.
What is down there? Is that the phone? Like the old school phone in there too.
Super 23 heavy, 3 miles from Honda, turn left heading 280, maintain
Having a hard time
3,600,
saying it,
establish
240.
cleared left runway 25 left approach. Okay, turn left heading 280, maintain.
Zippy says I just hit that turbo, almost rolled me over. Nice, dude. Yeah, it's
Super
real
23 heavy,
real
contact tower
turbulent coming in here
ATG
today.
Contact tower, Super 23.
Just trying to catch up to that
LA
descent.
Center Delta 1425, ready to pick up IFR to...
Let's pull for open,
LAX.
so it shallows this descent rate out here. I'm pulling for
Delta
open descent.
1425, what's your departure airport?
I know Silex is
Las
3,700,
Vegas.
but I'm just trying to slow this descent
Delta
down here.
1425, I don't have a flight plan for you, refile please.
Okay, we'll do.
Sky is 2934 to center, maintain 11,000, call for altimeter 299 or 8.
1,000 and 299 or 8 Sky West.
We're gonna start the recording now, so I'm gonna forget.
Sky West, correction, Spirit Wings 357, runway 8, clear to land.
Runway clear to land, Spirit 357. Let's keep coming back on the
2095,
speed.
runway 8, clear to land, number 2.
We're clear to land.
Clear to land in trail of traffic. 2095.
Next, 2095, do you have the Airbus in sight?
I'm gonna wait till we get to Silex a little bit further. If I arm it now,
Negative, not we got IMC at the deck.
VFE next, minus 10, flaps 1. Let's get the slats out. We're gonna get flaps 2 going here real soon. That'll
Delta
help us.
5303, heavy runway 1 right, taxi via Bravo Delta, cross runway 26 right at Delta.
Going to Bravo Delta to runway 01 right. Crossing 26 right.
We might have to drop the gear.
Yeah,
5 miles, 7 miles to Buddy.
We're at top of the
Pretty
drop.
close. Alright, here comes
Or
VFE
5
next,
straight out,
minus
but
10,
5
flaps 2.
discretion,
Now she's
maintain
really
flight
gonna start
140.
slowing up.
Delta
There's the glide
2405,
slope,
discretion 5
localizer, wonderful. It's already
Delta
up.
411, descend via the rounders 3 arrival, runway 1 left transition,
That's
Las
me.
Vegas altimeter 299 or 7.
Alright, gears coming down. Speed brake armed. Glide slope star, Loke star.
Southwest 411, LA.
VFE next minus 10, flaps 3. Remember, we got to be fully configured before buddy. Yeah, we're looking good now.
Southwest 4462.
Right slope, Loke, go around
1
altitude
right, followed BGS
is
87, cross runway 26 right at Delta.
4,600. Set. Bleh. Here comes flaps full.
Proflight 107,
Gosh,
sending
I
Angel
love that.
4 arrival, Ontario altimeter 3009.
Practicing for loft, wrong side. What's up? No, practicing for Sunday, my man. Holy smokes, what is up with this viz? Alright.
Proflight 107.
I'm going to leave the autopilot on because I find it's actually more challenging to be on the instruments on ILS here and then disconnect low level and land, so this will be better practice if I keep the autopilot on here instead of hand flying it all the way down.
Line 4 LA center squawk.
I want to do a last minute disconnect and land. Alright, landing checklist. Cabin crew advised auto thrust speed. Auto brakes are medium. ECAM memo is... We'd have to read it out. Status, clear status, that's side stick. We'll stand by on the landing ECAM memo. That won't come on until we're 2,000 feet. Oh yeah,
1592 LA center and my 1 right.
Autopilot, there we go. Cat 3 dual autopilot 1+2, there we go. Is the Phoenix worth it? Absolutely.
Delta 129 at Roman, cleared ILS.
What is Sunday? Me doing this flight for real.
Good night, that's one that's supposed to go for Wednesday.
Delta 129 heavy here at ground speed indicates 400 knots. Just a reminder that you need to be 250 knots or less below 10,000 feet.
Roger that.
We might have to do a fly along and
Delta
do a
129
landing
heavy,
challenge.
traffic is 12 o'clock, 6 miles, descending on
there.
the same approach.
Man, that
to
8-knot tailwind. Remember, we can only have 5 knots when we get into the flare down there, so right now it's showing 7 knots on the tail. Jeez, what's the go down? Let's get this ready. I don't like... I'm getting weird vibes. 1,300 right turn, 4,600 on heading 210.
Delta 5303 heavy, runway 1 right, clear for takeoff.
Heavy 1 right. Clear for takeoff, Delta 5303.
Overcast at 2,700 real life. That's about what it looks like. 4 miles. Right now we are... I don't know why I don't have low DME. We're just under 5... We're just outside of 5 miles. That's pretty much real life right there, Turk.
Clearance to LAX.
That's... You can definitely see the cloud layer, 4,700 or 2,700.
Delta 1425.
And we're still about 5 out. So once we get inside, we should start to see the airport here. Any minute now. Remember, 4 miles on the METAR. Flight visibility might be a little bit less.
Los Angeles Center, WestJet 1428, requesting taxi to the gate.
WestJet 1428, cross runway 26 right at Alpha 8, hold short of Bravo.
Cross runway 26 right, Alpha 8, hold short of Bravo.
Is it not a low DME? Oh, DME down there on the IBER.
WestJet 1428, where are you from?
Alright, I can see the Pappies now.
Any gate is fine for WestJet 1420.
1,000.
1,000 feet stable. Clear to land. I see the Pappies out there, so continue. Sunday. Sunday, wrong side. Oh, are you flying any more after this? I don't know. I was going to do career mode later. We'll see. Alright, runway's in sight.
Runway 1 left, please.
Now the localizer is actually unusable inside of 0.9.
Los Angeles Center, hello, Frontier Flight 2342, out of Los Angeles on Orca 5, 2600.
Frontier Flight 2342, LA Center.
Alright, so as a briefing to you, once we disconnect here, I'm going to go in probably 3 reds
Flight 370, Frontier Flight 2342.
to make sure we get landing assured.
Los Angeles Center,
autopilot's
good day.
coming
Frontier
off.
Flight 316.
Flight directors are coming off. Give me the bird.
ADC coming your way.
We'll leave the auto thrust on. Ride it down. I'm looking for those 3 reds.
Hey, sir. Calling LA Center, that was just static.
Well, there's no points for greasers in Burbank.
Record 3145, approved as requested.
And Southwest 411, so sorry. We're ready past the top.
20, retard.
Left aircraft calling you like 2 by 5 seconds.
Oh, jeez, that was firm.
I'll start with 411. We passed our top of the descent. Working through the descent.
Southwest 411, I gave you a descent.
Spoilers.
Instructions.
Reverse green,
I don't know
decel.
if you copied it last time.
Yeah, we'll descend the Rendo 3 arrival.
70 knots. Manual
411.
brakes. Wow, look at this terminal.
Verify your programming runway 1 left.
Yeah, runway 1 left for Southwest 411.
Delta 1194, Salt Lake soft line for change crew.
I didn't know they built apartments at Burbank. All right, we'll go ahead and just clear here.
Frontier flight 2342, turn left direct clipper.
Left direct clipper, Frontier flight 2342.
There was
Good morning.
no float
98. We're going to be
to
on the
that.
Las Vegas spot 10 with information.
There was no float.
One right.
Westjet 1428, you can proceed to head now and taxi via Bravo to parking.
Bravo to parking.
This is real life.
Southwest 1198, runway 1 right, taxi via Charlie Delta, cross runway 26 right.
All right, brakes are set.
Charlie Delta, cross
All right.
26 right, Delta for runway 1 right. Southwest
Well, that was a
1198.
smash and a half.
And center Southwest 19.
We'll put it right on the markers, though. I think we might have had a little hop,
Southwest
skip, and a jump.
1915, sorry about that. Runway, at Roman
Stop the
Clear,
recording.
runway 1 left.
I don't even want to taxi
Roman
around
Clear,
this
runway
airport
1
because
left,
it's
Southwest
so
1915.
ugly. We won't shut it down. I was just wondering where that other
Delta 129 heavy, runway 1 left, clear to land, traffic's rolling out.
airplane is.
Lieutenant Delta 129.
Legion 1592, runway 1 right, clear takeoff.
I want to see this other.
No,
We'll see that 7-3 land. At least it was not a kablamo. It was a definite kablamo. It was definitely a kablamo. We
Delta
hit pretty hard.
1425, LA Center, runway 1 right.
Yeah, we're gonna watch
taxi
Zippy
via,
come in. Oh, there he is. There he
Delta,
is.
Cross runway 26 right.
I can't get there fast enough.
1 right via Delta.
Oh,
cross
don't float it.
runway
Don't float it,
26,
Zippy.
Delta 1425.
Here's his go around taxiway right here. Oh, he's
1425
down.
probably makes more
Nice.
sense. Golf and then Whiskey Delta.
Golf Whiskey Delta. Cross runway 26. Delta 1425.
Southwest 445, hold short, runway 1 right, departing traffic.
Nice. Down and stop.
1 right.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Zippy.
LA Center, Skywest 2805, San Francisco, clearance.
All right. Let's reset us. There he comes.
Skywest 2805, LA Center, pretty busy. It's going to be like probably 5 minutes, clearance center cluster number 2.
All right. We'll disconnect from my Veo Premium.
Number 70 Alpha, thanks.
Got to get the Orbex Burr A-Rod. I love it I have it, but I don't think it works in 24, man. I don't think it works in 24.
Terrain ahead.
Let's see how we did. Let's release that. Flaps. Arm U. Run this forward. Doing an FS98 retro stream. What's up, Wingnut? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, default Adobo, man. Not very good. Not very good. That's all right. Get the auto thrust back on here. Look at those flaps, though. There's nothing FSX about those flaps, dude. Look at that. Look at those dirty, grimy 319 flaps. Love it. It should work. I don't know. I'm not. Here's the thing, man. I don't put anything. I'm not putting anything in 2024 that's not verified to be updated or verified by the dev to be working. And I don't think we're going to get any true sceneries until they open up the marketplace. Because the problem with putting in a scenery is that if there's a custom scenery below it, like, you can't disable it. So it'll start trying to load 2 sceneries. All right, man. Take it easy. We're going to have a good trip, bud. AJ, thanks for the $2 super chat, man. Burbank Supermax clearly 2024 is so real. Oh my gosh, it's a default scenery. Since when? This is where you know that 2024 haters are just haters, because in 2020 it looks exactly the same, if not worse, with default scenery. Nobody likes default scenery. Nobody does. So If that's the worst part of the sim, okay, I'll wait till the scenery comes out and I'll have a scenery. You can disable scenery now? Really? Okay, well then I'll have to look into that. FB VGS Captain, how are you doing with the Throttletek? Planning to get one before 320 Captain upgrade. Oh, nice, dude. So that's why I went with Throttletek, the FBS, is because I noticed I started to have some negative muscle memory when I wasn't using my Throttletek, especially during COVID 2020 when I was home a lot, streaming all the time. So I wanted to have something where I could train and keep repetition, V1 cuts, know where the trim is, know where everything is, you know. So just keep that muscle memory pattern down right, and it's been awesome ever since, man. Migs, thanks for the 6 Canadian. It's okay to casually tell your FO in the real flight. I actually slammed this one in the sim. I will. I'll tell him in the sim that we smashed it. I thought I flared. I thought I put some input in there, but it obviously wasn't enough. We were right on that V approach speed. What's the light show at the top? That's just the reflections not being fully set up yet. Oh yeah, that says 400 on G's. That was right on the paint though. That would be tough. 1.29 G. Felt that one. Didn't crash. You didn't pop any overhead bins on this one? Oh wow. It's replay mode that screws up the VRAM. Don't mind the wobbly wings. Hold on. So this replay mode is not even for 2024, but it's just faster to use. Oh, that one said 340. That wasn't that bad. A 340 on the paint, on the center line? Or go around in IMC? I'll take a 340. I'd like to have a less than 250, but... Did we hop? Not quite. We almost hopped, I think. Did we hop? Almost. The strut's definitely uncompressed or decompressed. Let's watch this in slow-mo. We'll watch the struts in slow-mo here. This is pretty cool. We'll do 2.5 speed. So watch this. Almost. Then they come back down. I'd like to see, 250 to 300, ideally max on that. But the 319 does fly like a brick, so I'm alright. As a passenger, I'd rather have a firm landing than go around, especially at Burbank. Yeah, because if you go around here, look what you're going around into. I mean, you're going straight up into the IMC and red terrain. Pete the pilot may have a few words to say about that. We are going to do a second stream, but we're going to be doing it in career mode. And what I think I'm going to do is I think we're going to bump it up. I think we're going to bump the career mode stream up from 3:30 to 2:30. And then we have decisions. We can either fly the PC-24 or PC-12. So, all right. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I'll let y'all watch one long full replay. We'll take it all the way from the beginning. Let me get the flaps up here. Let's get these stowed up. Yep, VFE. I know. We'll get you up. There we go, flaps 1. Cool. All right, so between 340 and 400, we'll call that one, which is still about 100 feet per minute more than I'd like. 250 to 300. If you land under 300 feet per minute in Burbank, that's a good landing. Good landing. Because 300, although we call it firm in the sim, that's really not even that firm. To trigger a hard landing report, think about this. You have to be over, what did we say, 800? 800 foot per minute? So, and like 2.8 or 2.9 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 2.0G or 2.2G, something like that. I wrote it down one time from a mechanic. So you're not even a third, 3/6. Yeah, you're about 50% there. You're not even over 50% to a hard landing technically. So, yeah, we crashed the Vision Jet, exactly, Force Raptor. I have a confession to make for the for our Barry Seal flight this evening. So I'm going to actually, before I send you over to that, let me pull it up here, because I'm going to adjust the time on it, because I'd rather get that one going early so we can stream a little bit longer in Barry Seal Aviation tonight. I can hear something dinging up there in the cockpit. There it goes. We'll do, let's see, it's 1:45. Let's do 2:45. We'll start at 2:45. That gives me some time to go get some food and set up. So, all right. Yeah, Tyson, make sure you tune in for tonight's episode of BS Logistics. If you know, you know. I've got some confessions to make. All right, y'all. I know this was a short flight, and there wasn't a whole lot of interaction because this segment, as is in real life, is extremely busy. I'm really glad you guys were able to see me go through it here, and I'm glad I was able to do this so I can get my mind at least in the right head, knock the rust off. You know, I haven't been to Burbank in many months, and I'm going there for real on Sunday. So I might organize a fly-along. If you want to know what that is, make sure you're in the Discord. I'll post some deets on Sunday, and we'll do a landing competition. I believe the pot is up to $40. You got a $40 pot for the V1 fly-alongs, and we'll go from there. JM, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate you. I couldn't have kids before listening to V1 Sim Voice. Now I have triplets due in June. JM, well, congratulations, dude. Congratulations on the triplets. That's awesome. Hey, you know what? The good thing about triplets is you just knock them out, dude. So you got everybody's going to be in the baby phase at the same time. It's a walk in the park, Kazansky. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Hope you all have a wonderful, happy new year. I will see you all at BS Logistics in about an hour. I'm V1. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Soup!